Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well, hope you're staying safe. Today, I'm basically going to be giving you a rundown of all of my medical issues. Sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea, coffee, drink of your choice, a snack, whatever. Um, we're going to be here a while. I'll try not to. I'll try and make it brief. I'm going to have a series about everything that I talk about, so make sure you're subscribed. I have a Collateral Association series, which is my main illness that I have. So I'm going to link the playlist down below for you guys. I will be adding to that playlist um, in the next few months because I have some other things that I'm going to be talking about in that series. So let's get started. So the first and the main one, I have something called Collateral Association. So it's B as in Victor, A C T E R L. It's an acronym. I'm gonna have it in the description. Make sure you go down to the description. I'll have it spelled out for you guys. With the syndrome is an acronym. So every letter in that of collateral, it stands for something. So V is the vertebrae, the spine. So my spine is not fused properly. I think I might have extra ribs, or I don't have enough. My hip, so with regards to like my spine and stuff like that, like my hip sockets were never developed properly. But my right one was, but my left one was not. So my hip, like it's supposed to go into the socket, it doesn't, and I walk with a little bit of a limp because of that. I have scoliosis, so my spine, if you don't know, so your spine is technically like this. If you have scoliosis, it kind of like curves over. So mine is starting to curve over. I do need to buy a back brace. I had one, but something happened to it. I think one of the cats got to it. So I am going to be buying a back brace, especially from when I'm at work, just to keep my spine straight. That is something that I really want to. Now that I'm 34, I'm realizing that I really got to take care of my health better. So I'm going to be buying a new back brace, and I will be sharing that in a future video. I will talk about it in like a blog or something like that. So with the vertebrae, the spine, I also have a cervical spine problem. Basically, I have to go for an MRI, and we don't know if something is pushing on my nerves because I have lost a lot of feeling in my right hand. I have carpal tunnel because I'm a cashier. I work my computer a lot as well, and it's my dominant hand because I have this hand with is not. I can do stuff with. I can do a lot of stuff with it, but it's not one that I can do everyday tasks with. So this one is the one that does everything. So I'm going to talk about my hand for a second. As you can tell, it looks a little different. It looks a little weird, right? So I am missing the muscle right here. So I assumed that I had surgery because I have a little scar on the wrist where it looks like it was opened to take the muscle out, but it's not. Apparently, it's part of like this. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna find out the name of it. I'm gonna put it down in the description. Uh, it's on the tip of my tongue. If I remember it, I'll say it, but I will definitely have it down in the description. So make sure you check out the description of this video because there's going to be a lot of information if you want to know more, or if you or somebody has any of these kind of things. So yeah, so that's my vertebrae, the spine. That's all I can think about right now. So vertebrae. A is like anal and testis, so it's basically the internal organ, your bowels. Some people are born with their is it the small intestine or I think it's the small intestine or something. It's like it can grow on the outside. I never had that. So if you have, I should have mentioned this, if you have at least 3 or more of these characteristics, you were diagnosed with flatter association. Um, that is all what I found online. Um, and so that is that one. I don't have anything from there. C is cardiac, so anything heart related. So 24 hours after I was born, I was born in Scarborough, immediately brought to Toronto Sick Kids Hospital, had my first heart surgery, 24 hours old. Had my first surgery, and I've had many since, and I've had holes in my heart. I've had my aorta valve repaired, and these videos will be coming up. I will be discussing my experiences with these surgeries, so make sure you stay tuned for that, because the last one that I had, the aorta valve repair, that one caused a lot of, I believe, and Ryan believes, and even my family believes, that after this last surgery, that's when a lot of my medical issues started happening quickly, and it is rapidly started. That's cardiac. T is T and E is the esophagus and trachea. I obviously have a small neck. I don't know if it's part of the vertebrae, but as you can tell, my neck was never fully formed completely. It's shorter, as the doctors at the hospital call it, the stubby neck. So I do not have the full neck, and this is what I look like from this side. I hate my face from the side, but I'm going to do this for you guys so you kind of know. So that's what it looks like. Yeah, so that is kind of, I don't know if that's part of it, but I forgot to mention it, but it is one of the characteristics. What else do we have? R is renal, and that's kidney. I only have one kidney that doesn't work 100%. When I was born, I don't know how long after I was born that I had it. I think I was a few months old, or at least a couple years old. And I had a really bad infection because the one that was not fully formed, it was like a shell, and it got infected. So they immediately had to remove it. Yeah, I have a lot of scars. I don't know if I'm comfortable sharing those with you guys. I think I might have shared them before. Yeah, I don't know if that's something I'm comfortable doing. But if it's something that you do want to see, I will. It's nothing like, you guys always see this one. This is from my last surgery. But yeah, so that is renal, and then limb is my limb. My left arm, I am missing my radius bone. This is my elbow. I'm missing my radius bone. This is my wrist. This is my hand. I'm missing my thumb. Now my fingers are supposed to be like this, but we didn't do therapy, I guess, properly or often while I was growing up, so they're a little bent, but that's okay. I kind of like them when they're bent because I can hold on to things better. I don't know how it would be if I didn't. But yeah, so that is my limb, and yeah, I don't know what else really. I mean, I have a lot of nerve damage. Now, I don't know if that is from my spine, my cervical spine, whatever. I am going for MRI in October of this year to figure out what's going on, because I have no feeling in my left leg. I don't know if that's because of my hip or if my nerve is completely damaged. from a surgery my heart surgery. Like I said, after the operation happened, things kind of went downhill. So that is kind of what I'm suspecting. But I'm working with doctors and we're figuring things out. And yeah, so what else? So that is like my main disease syndrome. The next thing is my cleft palate. As you guys know, my voice is very low, very quiet, and kind of nasally. I have a cleft palate. Um, so mine is so in your at the back of your throat, there's a kind of like a piece of skin, and it's supposed to open and close. Mine doesn't do that. Mine just stays open. So they had to go in and like technically they go in and they repair it so that it opens and closes. But mine, because of my neck, they can only do so much without hurting me, or causing any damage. So they were only able to do it a little bit. So as you can tell, I have a cleft palate. It gets difficult sometimes. So sometimes like some words I can't say, and that's okay. So yeah, I just have to sound it out basically, and I think that has a lot to do leading to the next thing. I am hard of hearing. I technically supposed to have 2 hearing aids, but I only have 1. Now there's a story about my hearing aids that we're gonna get to in another video. But I only have 1 right now. This ear, my left ear is technically my better ear, but I get really bad vertigo. I think it's a lot to do because of my syndrome, and I feel like with the syndrome, it affects a lot of my left side of my body. So whenever I do have a hearing aid in on this side, my vertigo is so bad, and I just get overstimulated and overwhelmed, and yeah, so I am going to get 2 hearing aids soon, I promise, but I just don't know how often I'll be using the left one, because, yeah, so that is, I guess, kind of the beginning. What else can I talk about? We covered my syndrome, we covered my cleft palate, we covered my hard of hearing. What else can we talk about? What else is wrong with me? I have mental health issues. No. But in all seriousness, this is something that I am extremely passionate about. Anxiety, depression with a disability is something that is so big and nobody really understands. So I do suffer with anxiety and depression as well. And yeah, this year is the year that I'm going to be taking care of myself. I got a new family doctor. Things are on the move. I'm actually going to be I'm getting referred to a a kidney specialist, because I only have 1 kidney and I haven't seen a kidney specialist since I was 17 and I'm 34. Yeah. So we gotta take care of some stuff. I'm trying to figure out what else is wrong with me. Because I know for a fact that when I end this video, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I forgot to add that. I don't think there's anything else. I don't have any organs that were taken. Like, I only have the 1 kidney. We've already discussed that. Yeah, I think that's basically it for right now. But yeah, in all seriousness though, I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a rundown of, my, like, medical background. There's a lot when you have a syndrome or any sort of illness. It's very, very hard, and people don't realize how difficult it is on you mentally and physically as well. For me, every day it's so hard to get up, and I'm so thankful when I wake up in the morning, and but then I'm like, that's when the pain hits, and it's just like, oh, but I'm grateful to be here, and I hope that hearing my story and um, my life with you encourage you to maybe look around and see what you can do. And one thing that I have always been brought up with, living with my mom and my grandma, is that you work until you cannot. I would never, not, I don't want to say babied. Like, my mom obviously took very good care of me, and she was one of the, both my mom and my grandma, strongest women in my life. And they showed me how to be not only a strong woman and an independent woman, but how to navigate life with this disability. I was surprised when I came out. They were like, "Oh shit, she's got issues," but you know what? I have felt nothing but love. And I mean, we all have our issues. You know, we've the I was a teenager, a typical teenager, a typical kid. Friends and family and stuff like that. I caused trouble. But one thing that always has stuck with me, and I say it every single day, especially when I'm at work: you treat people how you want to be treated. If you treat me with kindness and respect, I'm going to do the same. If you're going to be disrespectful to me and rude and anything, no, I'm not putting up with that, and I cannot anymore. So, yeah. But that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about anything that I discussed, please let me know. But remember that I will be posting videos about all of the topics that I discussed. If you have a preference of a video that you would like to see before another one, please do let me know down in the comments, or let me know on Instagram or TikTok. And I will, like I said, be putting my email. Oh, I mentioned that in my last video, but I will be posting or putting my email down in the description if you do not have any of the social media sites I have mentioned. I do not use Twitter or X anymore. I'm mainly on Instagram and TikTok and here on YouTube. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this kind of gives you a little bit of an insight of my medical history, and kind of, I don't know, like, kind of, I want to kind of tell you guys this and see what you guys want to see from me. Because one thing that and even Ryan was saying, he goes, whenever you post a video about of you cooking, like if I'm chopping veggies, or I'm cooking whatever and I'm using my hands, he'll go like I'll post the video, and then I'll send it to him, and he'll actually show his boss at work, like, look what he can do. Like, he loves being able to, he doesn't let anything stop her. And that's why I want to share my story, because I can just sit back and just not do anything and live off my disability. But that's not how I was brought up, and that's not how I want to live my life. I want to live my life and I want to have a meaning and fulfilled life. I want to be able to say, when I'm however old I am, and say, you know what? Life was hard, but I did it. And that is why I want to share my story, and just be open and honest with you guys. There are some things I'm not going to be sharing with you obviously for privacy concerns or something I just don't want to discuss. But I'm pretty much an open book because I have been there. I'm constantly looking on YouTube for, different people to watch if I get down and depressed and, I'm just like, I can't do this. Like, how do people do this? And I just find people on YouTube and I'm just like, okay, they can do it, so can I. And I hope I can be that person for somebody. Whether it's one person, whether it's 10, whom whoever this video reaches, and it gives you a bit of hope that if I can do it, you can do it, and I promise you we can do it together, okay? So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe. This is a safe community. This is, everybody is welcome. But I want you guys to know this is going to be a respectable community. I do not want any disrespect because it's not, I do not tolerate that. It's 2025. I know things are happening around the world, but we're all human at the end of the day. We're all trying to survive. We're all trying to, the earth doesn't care, Mother Nature, nobody, we just got to take it one day at a time. So let's all just work together. Let's all be kind to one another. And that's where I'm going to leave it off. I love you guys so much. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.